If you're planning to go to Trinidad Carnival, you need to know which fetes sell out because missing these can make or break your Trinidad Carnival experience. For each fete mentioned, I will break down what makes them unique, why they sell out so quickly, and who this fete is best for. Every year, I watch people scramble for tickets. I have been in that position before. You are calling all of your friends to make sure that they are sitting by their computer, they are on their phone, they have their cards ready so that they can purchase the tickets for these fetes that we know are going to sell out. And I'm sad to say it has happened to me once where I completely missed out. Either I was just not prepared, I didn't know, but that's not going to happen to you because in this video, I'm going to share all the juice on these fetes so you can be prepared and ready to buy those tickets when they are on sale. Not all fetes are the same. Some fetes are for first-timers, some are for hardcore fetes, and others are just simply for a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You want to know which is which, and you want to buy the tickets for the fete that would suit you personally. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which fetes to prioritize so you don't waste your time and or your money. So why do some of these fetes sell out so quickly and others don't? It's because of something known as the scarcity factor. In simple terms, it's a concept where something appears to be limited. So if you are not able to get on board or purchase or be at the right place at the right time or know someone who could get you in, then you will run the risk of missing out. These play on the scarcity factor by either limiting how many people can come to the fete or limiting the supply that is available for you to attend. Why they do it? For a number of reasons. Some of these fetes are held in exclusive locations that because of where the fete is being held, it limits the amount of people that can attend for safety reasons. For example, they may have it at a beachfront, a poolside. There's a limited amount of actual floor space that can host guests at these fetes. So they're not going to be able to sell as many tickets as they would, let's say, if they're hosting the event in an open field. Another aspect is the once-in-a-lifetime experience. You may host limited tickets because you want a limited amount of people to come in and enjoy it. Sometimes when you have an extremely large crowd, you miss out on the ambiance and the different elements that you as the host want the attendees to see and enjoy. Another way that these fetes play on the scarcity factor is that some of these fetes are literally only hosted in Trinidad. You're not going to get this event every Friday or every Saturday. Some of these events are held in a way specifically for Trinidad Carnival. So if you don't get in now, you literally are not going to get in until next year if you are able and willing to go to Trinidad Carnival again next year. So now for the juicy part, we're going to get into some of these fetes. I'm going to tell you what makes it unique, why they sell out so quickly, and who these fetes are for. These are in no particular order, so let's get right into it. The first fete is Tribe Ignite. Tribe Ignite is usually hosted on Carnival Thursday night. This is a high production fete. It has top tier DJs. It has the best performers. It has the best bar setup. It has the best night show demonstrations that you can experience for Trinidad Carnival. This is a fete that you cannot go wrong with. If you just land in Trinidad, Tribe Ignite is a perfect warm-up fete for you to attend. Why do these tickets sell out so quickly? Because of the brand behind it. Anything Tribe related has a built-in urgency factor, a built-in once-in-a-lifetime factor. It has a built-in high demand factor. Tribe has built a brand for itself over the years where people have learned that if you are going to a Tribe event, if you are playing mass with Tribe, or you are doing anything associated with Tribe, you are going to have a good time. They pull out the stops for their masqueraders. They pull out the stops for their attendees at their concerts, at their parties, at their fetes, and you are going to have a remarkable time at a Tribe-related event. Who is Tribe Ignite good for? Tribe Ignite is good for first-timers. You can't go wrong. It is literally an easy warm-up fete for you to go to. If you want to sit on the side and just be seen, you can do that. If you want to be right up in the thick of the crowd, you can do that too. You're going to have your selection of finest liquor that you can have at this event. You have your drink girls, you have your picture stations. It is just a perfect fete for first timers. And then plus, because it's at night, you don't get the shock of the Trinidad sun on you as you would at a day fete. This is also good for those who are returning to Trinidad for the second or third or maybe the sixth time. You cannot go wrong at Tribe Ignite. This is literally an unofficial start to your feting schedule for Trinidad Carnival. Next on this list is Sunnyside, a breakfast fete. This is usually held on Carnival Sunday right before Carnival Monday and Tuesday ensues. It is a perfect breakfast fete to attend if you are into chill, laid-back vibes. It is always a fun time to be at. It has premium drinks, your traditional breakfast foods, and they also have soca artists performing at this fete. It usually starts somewhere around 4 a.m. and lasts up until 12 in the afternoon. These tickets usually sell out quickly because you want to get your breakfast fete in, and you could also have time to do other things. Because this is a more laid-back style of breakfast fete, a lot of carnival goers enjoy it and they don't feel as if they have to dress up necessarily. They make sure they look nice, but they know they are going to have a good time. Sunnyside of Breakfast Fete is good for first timers if you want to dibble and dabble in a breakfast fete, but I highly recommend that you have a breakfast fete on your list of fetes to go to while you're in Trinidad, because it is such an experience to be there in the cool of the early morning, watch the sunrise, and then be around others who are really enjoying themselves. They're not standing up stooge, they're really getting on. And then because of the intimacy of the fete, you can get really close to the performers. This is also good for those who want to get their fetes in early and still have time to do other things. Breakfast fetes in general, but if you want to either relax during the day and then go to a night fete or go to a day fete, you want to go to Sunnyside Up, because you could go enjoy yourself and then make it back to your accommodation and make it out for another fete. Next on this list is actually another breakfast fete, but for completely different reasons, and that is Veil Vibe Breakfast Fete. This fete is known to be an all-inclusive upscale breakfast fete. Tickets are always limited and the ambiance of Veil Vibe is second to none. This is a breakfast fete where you want to make sure you are dressed to the nines, because you are going there to show up and show out. Everybody understands the assignment when you are going to Vail. They put so much time and effort and thought into the design of the space so that when you go in, you feel like you are in a luxurious atmosphere. Tickets sell out quickly because they only provide a limited supply. This is for a more upscale crowd who is not really trying to wine and party and really go hard. You are literally going to Veil Vibe to show up, chill, and enjoy the ambiance. If you are someone who likes luxury, then you are going to like Veil Vibe Breakfast Fete. These are for those who enjoy luxury, for those veterans who have been going to Trinidad for a while, because the exclusivity of getting a ticket for Veil Vibe is serious. So you definitely need to make sure that you are watching their marketing, or need to know someone who knows someone who could get you tickets. But once you experience Veil Vibe, I promise you, you would understand why they limit the amount of tickets that they offer for those who can attend their breakfast fete. Next is Caesar's Army Ambush Juve Fete. Let me tell you something. If you are going to Trinidad, you have to experience a Juve. Caesar's Army does an impeccable job of hosting a Juve experience that is second to none. This is an all-inclusive Juve experience with paint, powder, water, and it's all in the early morning. Caesar's Army Ambush is known for its wild and freeing and party hard going experience. You are not trying to look pristine like you do at Veil Vibe, because you are going to get paint, mud, water, sun, drinks, music, a good time. It is such a freeing experience to go to Caesar's Army Ambush Juve Fete. And because it is Caesar's Army, you know that they are going to pull out the stops, ensuring that it is top quality and well organized. Caesar's Army Ambush sells out incredibly quickly because of the name behind it. Caesar's Army Ambush is a cult favorite. If you go to no other Juve experience, you want to go to Caesar's Army Ambush. This is usually held on Carnival Saturday before all the day fetes and the night fetes that will ensue later on in the day. People literally pre-plan their carnival fetes around Caesar's Army Ambush. So what I mean by that is, because they know it's going to sell out quickly, they make sure they get their Caesar's Army ticket first. They make sure that they are ready to purchase, because they are going to get snatched up. And then they would sprinkle in the rest of their fetes. They would throw in a day fete here, a day fete there, a breakfast fete, whatever they're feeling for the remaining of their trip, that's what they would do. But Caesar's Army Ambush is kind of like an anchor for the last lap of Trinidad Carnival. Who is Caesar's Army Ambush good for? They're good for veterans, those who have been going to Trinidad Carnival multiple years. They are good for those who love to party, and I mean love to party, because you are going there to party. I'm talking about those who are okay with tying up their hair, putting on a shower cap, tying up a bandana, putting on some bummy ass sneakers, putting on some bummy clothes, getting paint powder all over your face, and still take a picture and post it on the gram. Because if you are trying to go there and look the same way you did when you rolled out of your bed, sister girl, don't go. because you will be the one. They will attack you with the paint and the mud and the powder and the water. You're going to get it all. Those are the people who Caesar's Army Ambush is for. You are literally starting off your carnival Saturday with paint and mud and powder and all of that stuff. Next up is work or duck work. Whichever way, however you want to call it, that's this next fete. It is such a cute fete by Scorch that plays on ducking out of work. You're not trying to be at work. So it's either you're trying to duck work or fuck work, however you want to say it. Because of the whole premise of skipping out on work, it is a tried and true and beloved fete for carnival goers. It's usually held on Carnival Wednesday, and it's one of the wildest, cooler fetes that you can attend during Trinidad for a carnival. People are hyped. We all have Carnival Tabanca, and by this time, you are really getting your final lap of Trinidad Carnival in. This usually starts off your last lap run of fetes for Trinidad Carnival. It's usually hosted in the day. Again, it's a cooler fete, and so it allows the option for you to bring your own drinks and really have a laid-back, fun time. Because of the concept of skipping out on work or ducking work, you all have that vibe of, I don't care if my boss see me, don't even look my way. If you see me, don't post no pictures of me because I'm supposed to be at work. And so this fete is such a fun and beloved fete for all of us who attend Trinidad. Tickets sell out quickly because it's a cooler fete and it is on high demand. There's only a limited amount of coolers that the promoters are going to allow into this space. And so you want to make sure that you get in and you're able to bring your cooler with your drinks and have a good time with your people in them. Because of the timing of when duckwork is hosted, it allows you to pace yourself. And so a lot of people use this fete as an introduction to their day fetes. Unlike Tribe Ignite, which is usually held in the nighttime, this one is held in the day. And so it's a nice warm up to pace yourself as you start to get into the thick of all your fetes for the rest of your lineup. Who is this fete good for? This fete is actually not the best for first timers. Now, I'm not saying that you should not try to get tickets or you should not go, but the reason why I say it may not be the best for first timers is because you are pretty much feting and feting and feting every single day. And what I have found is that for those who are going to Trinidad for the first time and they start to fet from Carnival Monday if they're there, or Carnival Wednesday, as in the case of duckwork, then you end up getting tired by Saturday and you're dragging to get through your Carnival Monday and Tuesday experience. Either you don't make it to some of your fetes or you are going, but you're just not enjoying yourself because your energy level is just not as high as you would like it to be. So sometimes duckwork is not always the best for those who are going for the first time. But again, I included on this list because I want you to have the option. I want you to decide for yourself if you want to do it or not. You may surprise me. You may be able to go nonstop like the Energizer Bunny. And in that case, absolutely go. Go to all the fetes. Just make sure that you are pacing yourself. But duckwork is definitely a good fete to attend as you pace yourself throughout the rest of the week and weekend in preparation for Carnival Monday and Tuesday. Next up is Soca Brainwash. This is DJ Private Ryan's major event that he hosts every single Trinidad Carnival. It is a massive, massive experience that he puts on for attendees, and rightfully so. Soca Brainwash is held on the Saturday. It's a day fete, and he pulls out all of the stops. You are going to get upscale production. You're going to get the best food. You're going to get the best performances, and you are going to get the best experiences as well. Soca Brainwash usually has a theme, and it's so fun to participate in the theme. Last year, it was superheroes. One year, it was birthday, welcome home. Another year, it was Asian inspired. I can't think of the name exactly right now, but it encourages the participants to dress up in theme, like have fun. That is very different. It makes that fete very different to any of the fetes that I mentioned before or any other fete that didn't necessarily make this list because you are just engaging in this type of fete with thousands of strangers who are willing to dress up like a superhero or who are willing to dress up in their birthday suit, however they conceptualize that theme, or whatever theme that it may be. The food is top notch. And let me tell you something about Soca Brainwash. You never have long lines for food. There are some fetes, unfortunately, that they offer all-inclusive food and drinks, and you're waiting online for the food. You're waiting online for the drinks. Never at Soca Brainwash. And so for that, it leads into why these tickets sell out so quickly. This is an once-in-a-lifetime experience that you are not going to get again until next Carnival. You want to make sure that you can get your tickets for Soca Brainwash. And because the demand is so high, tickets are usually limited to 2 per sale. So let's say, for example, it's you and two of your besties trying to get to Trinidad Carnival and you want to go to Soca Brainwash. If you are trying to buy all the tickets for you and your two besties, you could just forget it right now because they are limited to 2 sales per person. So you want to make sure that you have your peoples ready to get these tickets. Who is Soca Brainwash best for? First timers, you can't go wrong. If you could get your hands on some tickets for Soca Brainwash, you are going to enjoy your time hands down. It's for veterans because it's a nice event for those who have been attending Trinidad Carnival multiple years in the past. And if you want to be off in the cut and you want to chill and vibe out and just take pictures and take your pictures for the gram in the different aspects of the fete that he has set up for you, you can do that. If you want to be in the thick of the crowd, you can do that. And it's also for anyone who really enjoy an organized production. If you are about, I'm paying all-inclusive prices, I want to make sure that I'm getting access to everything that I paid for. I want my drinks in a timely manner. I want my food in a timely manner. I want to be around the performers. I want to be and enjoy every aspect that a fete has to offer, then this would be for you. You will not be disappointed. Soca Brainwash always delivers, and it is definitely worth the money. It is a perfect fete to attend and really have a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And last on this list, I am rounding it off with Soca Street Fete. This is like a wet fete. If you haven't been to a wet fete, this is a fete where it's a street party and they are soaking you down with water. They're going to have hoses, trucks with hoses wetting you down. So it's a wet fete. I have not seen a proper wet fete in recent years. So Soca Street Fete is a perfect reintroduction of wet fetes that I grew up knowing from when I was younger. This is a high energy, it's a messy fete. It's different to Caesar's Army Ambush because with Caesar's Army Ambush, it's very Juve inspired. It starts from the early morning. You're going to have your paint, your mud, and all of them things. Whereas with Soca Wet Fete, it really harnesses on the premise of getting wet. Now imagine it's a day fete and you are getting wet in the middle of the day. It is going to feel so good. And if you are okay with getting wet and you are okay with being messy, then you are definitely going to enjoy Soca Street Wet Fete. These tickets sell out quickly because it is very unique. It's an iconic wet fete. So they go quickly, and the water aspect of this fete just makes it a timeless and enjoyable fete. So people really want to enjoy Soca Wet Fete, and they buy the tickets quickly. Who is this fete good for? This fete is perfect for first-timers who want to enjoy a laid-back street festival in the heart of Port of Spain. If you don't care about makeup, and I say that very lightly if you don't care about your makeup, but if you're going to any type of fete where you're going to get soaked down, you want to, maybe leave the makeup home for this one because it definitely will ruin your makeup look. If you are okay with getting your outfit messed up or just enjoying the ambience, and you may have to put your phone away because they are soaking you with water and you want to protect your phone, then this fete is good for you. So first timers, it's good for those who just want to relax, enjoy themselves in a street fete where you don't have to worry about what you're wearing. You don't have to make sure that you are picture perfect. You are having a time with your peoples and you are just expressing yourself and letting loose to enjoy yourself. This fete is for you. And of course, it's good for veterans who they just want to switch things up. This is good for that, for you as well. Now, the big question is, are these fetes really worth the hype? And simply say, yes, they are. All of these fetes offer something different for you as a carnival goer. If you want the Juve experience, you have that. If you want the all-inclusive experience, you have that. If you want the tried and true, the let loose experience, you have that. You want something to pace yourself, you want something as an easy introduction, you have your different options. Some of these fetes are costing over $100 to $200, and rightfully so because of what they offer. And then others are on the more budget-friendly side, and rightfully so for that. But what they all have in common is that they all offer something that is uniquely different for them, and it justifies why these tickets sell out quickly. So now let's talk about how you can get your hands on some tickets, especially if you are traveling to Trinidad for the first time. My number one thing that I would say is to get on Instagram, get online, join mailing lists for all of these promoters who are hosting these events. Go online. I will leave the names of the events in the description so you know exactly how they are spelled, and you can Google it, go on Instagram, go on their websites, so that when they drop their tickets, you are ready for it. Buy group tickets if possible. For Soca Brainwash, I mentioned that they only limited to 2 tickets per person, but for some other fests, you may be able to purchase for your entire group. If that's the case, one of you will buy tickets for the group for one fete, and another one of you buy the group tickets for another fete, so that you are getting your tickets for the entire group and you are able to go and experience these different fetes. Third is have your credit card ready to purchase when the tickets go on sale. Do not wait till you want to buy the ticket and then you got to go searching for your wallet, or you're trying to see which card you want to put it on. Make sure you have all of that sorted out so that when they do drop their tickets, you could buy it immediately. Another thing is make sure you close out all extra windows, all extra applications on your laptop, on your phone. Let me tell you something. The worst thing to do is to have 101 tabs open, and then I promise you, your computer, your laptop will start to run slow, or worse yet, crash, just as you are about to purchase your tickets. Remember, you and thousands of other people are trying to get on these websites and purchase these tickets. So if the website crashes, which it has happened before, you want to be able to refresh and get back online to purchase the ticket. And when I say online, I mean virtually online to purchase these tickets. So you don't want to have anything on your laptop that can potentially interfere with you getting to the promised land of getting your Caesar's Army ticket, or your Soca Brainwash tickets, or your Sunnyside up. And something that is very important that I want to share with you, especially for my first timers, is to be very mindful of resale options. I do not condone or support or encourage anybody to purchase resale tickets. Unfortunately, there are scammers out there who be scamming. And if you don't buy tickets directly from the source, then you run the risk of buying a fake ticket and not being able to get into the fete. So not only do you lose your money, but you're not able to enjoy the experience. So I would strongly encourage you to make sure that you are buying from a trusted source. If you are buying for your friends, make sure you know who is buying the ticket and you trust that they are actually buying valid tickets for you and your group, if that's what you choose to do. If you can get onto the websites directly, I suggest you do so that you ensure you are buying a valid ticket. If you show up to the door and you have a fake ticket, there's nothing that they can do for you, okay? There's nothing that your bank can do for you. So please, be very cautious on who you get your tickets from. Make sure you are buying it from the source or a trusted friend who you know will not scam you. So if you are serious about going to Trinidad Carnival and really having a great fetin lineup, then you want to lock in these fetes first. These fetes do not disappoint. They bring the best of performances, experiences, the food, the drinks, and anything that you can possibly think of that is specific and make that fete unique. And if you want to look absolutely tasty while you are attending these fetes, be sure to book a carnival makeup experience specifically for fetes with the Face Candy Studio team. Slots are very limited, so as soon as you lock in your fetes, make sure you lock in your appointment as well. And of course, make sure you book your Carnival Makeup Luxe experience for Carnival Monday and your Carnival Makeup experience on Carnival Tuesday. I will leave the links for those as well in the description below. Thank you for sticking with me. I hope you found a lot of value in this video because I really wanted you to learn which fetes you want to look out for your Trinidad Carnival experience. And so I want to hear from you. Which is your number one fete that you are going to make sure that you get tickets for your next upcoming Trinidad Carnival? Drop it in the comments below and let's talk about which fete you're going to see me at, because I promise you're going to see me at these fetes. That's it for today. Until next time, stay beautiful.